welcome to VibeCheck.
Sorry, that's the weirdest way we started an episode. How come I just say bow?
Yeah,
He said bow.
Like I said, welcome to VibeCheck. We check the vibe of theatre makers industry using the world's universal language of music. To my left, I'm joined with regular co-host Ben Kwashi, who would like to let you know that with his trim, he's now 6'7" and not 6'5".
Got to come out. I've got to come out. We've got Aruna. I definitely didn't prepare my intro for this one, so I'm just saying this is my guy. This is my guy, Aruna Jala. There we go.
They're plotting already.
No.
They're plotting already, you know. They're plotting. Scheming.
He recorded, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with Kai Shaw, actor, brilliant friend. He can do his own trims now. He is his own barber. He cheats on his barber with himself. Doesn't make sense, but
I'm dead. The video receipts to come. And I'm joined by Birmingham's finest, member of Strictly Arts Theatre Company, who, of course, are the creators of the fantastic show that is Freeman, and was recently part of Pilot Theatre's production of Cronkton Nights. I'm joined by Aimee Powell.
Hey.
Come on.
Aimee,
Hello.
how are you, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm really
Good.
good. It's warm today. It's a hot one.
Nice.
yeah.
Are you in
I'm good.
your? Just to let everyone know that Amy's got a new apartment. Clap up that. Amy's got a new
Hey,
apartment.
come on.
So
Hey.
are you in your apartment currently? Are you at your parents?
I am actually. So
Hey.
I'm still in the So can you see this over here? I bought this the other day. Hold tight, IKEA. The little TV stand. Yeah, so I'm still living between like my family home and this home. So there's like things here, there, and everywhere. So I'm actually in like one of them like camping
chairs.
chairs. No expense bed over here.
Finished. I fully thought it was a cushion, you know, until you turned around. I'm dead.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, welcome. Let's dive straight into this. So, as you already know, we will start off with the song that our guests most recently listened to before they hopped on our show, and that was "Bad" by Teyana Taylor, off of the album by Teyana Taylor, Teyana Taylor's brand new album. Thoughts,
Yes.
feelings? What going for this album? Chat to me.
I like it. This was a question for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I really I liked that. It felt a lot more personal, to be honest. The whole intro and like you can hear her husband like when she gave birth to their daughter and stuff. So I really liked that. I thought it was very personal. But this song as soon as I listened to it, this song stood out for me straight away because it just felt like something Rihanna would do. It totally felt like that. So I was like, okay. But yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I think it was really, really great.
That's what I was thinking as well when I first heard it. I was like, oh, she's on this vibe. Interesting. But what I like about this album a lot as well is the artistry. Like she always was very flexible in what she could do. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like in this album, it's a really, really good compilation of all of the tools that she's picked up across. Yeah. Because she started young, like real young. And
you know what? I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and I remember her. The first time I ever saw her was on My Super Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
And I never forget her, and she came out like a Barbie doll. She came out like in this box, and they like delivered her into a party. But like that whole episode, I was like, I don't like this person. But she was just young, innit? And then like when she like her previous album, when like that was the first. If I'm honest, I hadn't listened to any other music before then, and that album, I was like, whoa! Like I was like, yeah, she's grown up. She's grown up a hell of a lot.
Which album was that? Was that the Kanye produced one or the one before that?
The what?
The Kanye produced one.
I think so. Yeah, the one with Rose in Harlem.
Oh yeah.
That album, yeah, and it was good.
Do you know what? I've got a confession. I've not listened to any Teyana Taylor album but this one. This is my first. Like I've never. There's not one. So I'm learning about her as well. But what like when what my cousin said, as she said, it sounds like the same stuff, and I'm not sure about that. But like, do you think there's growth in this album compared to our older stuff?
I think so. Like, as in, I only listened to her previous one and this one, so I don't have I'm not aware of her whole back catalogue. But I definitely feel like this one it feels different. Like I say, it feels a lot more personal. And just lyrically, it feels different. I think in terms of, maybe I can understand what they're saying in terms of it's similar style, but I do feel lyrically it's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lyrically different, but style. Okay, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. That kind of shows maturity, though, in a way.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Let's dive into the song selection section, as we like to call it. I mean, you guys already know how this works as well. But we send our guests 9 questions, and they choose 3 of those questions and answer them with a song. And the first song that we have is Dangerously in Love by Beyonce. Well, technically it's Destiny's Child, but...
Classic.
It's really, really Beyonce's. It's tune.
Well, I mean... it is. Technically it is Destiny's Child. It was on their Survivor album. Yeah. But then she did do a version on her Crazy in Love album. And that is the version that I listen to more. It's basically the same thing. It sounds like the tiniest bit different. But it's the same thing. They were probably like, look, Beyonce, look, we need another song. She was probably
in the bag.
Got it.
Work smart, not hard.
Exactly. It's the equivalent of, when someone goes, do a monologue now. And you go, this one. It's the equivalent of that. Pull it out.
I was so glad no one could do that to me, because they can't be like, produce a plane now. It's never happening. Make me a budget now. Never. I'm saying this is your go-to shower song. That's my guess. Arena, what you say? Because I don't like you going last. I don't like you going last anymore.
What did I put? Last production. Reminds you of your last production.
Okay.
What did I originally have?
Come on.
Stop changing up your answers, man. These are always these last minute changes.
A song that reminds you of your last production.
Okay, Aimee.
What's the answer?
Shower song.
Shower song. Hey, what was that about? Sorry, Arena. What was that? I can't hear it. Oh, okay. Dubs over here.
Hi.
You know why I said that?
You in the production, Kai.
You know why I said that though? Because that's what you and Lissa would always sing backstage. You sang that a lot.
She said
where? You sang that a lot. I don't know if you don't realize this, but you sang it a lot backstage.
Hold on, can I just... I mean, I don't think so.
You definitely did.
I really don't.
You definitely
No,
did.
we definitely didn't. Okay. That's what we sang the most.
One of many songs that you sang the most.
I disagree.
Anyway, I'm glad I got the shower song right, because as far as I'm concerned,
you got a W.
Hey, listen, the amount of times people will be saying shower songs and giving us songs, I'm like, that's not a shower song, but then they come through and that's the answer. It's very confusing. So I appreciate this move. Thank you very much, Aimee.
You're welcome. But what made you pick that one? Why?
It's one of them songs that you just don't feel nice about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I put this? I feel like the perfect shower song is halfway between, your early morning Sunday playlist and your gym playlist. That's what the perfect shower song is. It's energetic, but it's smooth and kind of makes you feel good about yourself.
I feel like that depends on the person, personally.
Let me just interject real quick, because you got onto me for picking particular times, and then you said in between the gym and this time, now you got it right. You're not even. No,
it is what it is, man. Keep it stepping.
The thing is, right, with Dangerously in Love is there's so many it's so like riffy, and there's so many like pretty bits at the beginning, at the end. That the acoustics in the bathroom is just perfect for it. So like of all my shower sets, because I've got a Cardi B set, I've got an Aimee Winehouse set, and I've got a Beyonce set. But that is my
Come with the set. Decks in the top.
Yeah.
I love it. Aimee's concerts, Aimee's show concerts.
Like,
that's dope though. But yeah, I don't know that the thing about the shower song for me though, is that when I wake up, my brain's all over the place. So I'm thinking like 1,000 things at once. So I have to play music that calms my mind down so that I can continue with my day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which is why that's why I feel like the people that we got the shower songs right were those kind of people.
Okay. Interesting. We're learning.
Next tune is the radio edit of Woman Trouble by Artful Dodger featuring Craig David. Now, I'm trying to figure out which one this actually is, because
did you listen to it?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yes, you should know.
I know, but I don't know which one it is specifically.
Go on, Ben. Go on.
This has got to be a song that reminds you of your last production, surely. But yeah, surely. Also, I'd just like to say to the people, because I've noticed this, so every episode we record this, we get these songs a day before. So we get these songs yesterday. And every time we come in the episodes, we'll say the name of the song, and these two, man, they'll go, and have a look at their notes. Like they've not made up a decision 24 hours ago.
Let me put it to you this way as well, people. People of VibeCheck. I listen to the songs that morning. I listen to the songs in the morning and let it permeate throughout the day. And then when I get
listen to them as well today. I already made my decision.
I'm like, it could be one of two things. Do you know what I mean?
Go on then. What do you think it is?
You know, for me, it's in between a song that sums up your work and a song that reminds you of your last production.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say a song that sums up your work.
Why?
I'll get to it in a minute.
Okay, fair enough.
Arena?
You go first. Are you sure, bro?
Are you
Arena, look into my eyes.
What first got you into theatre?
Interesting.
That's an interesting choice.
It's bold.
Woman Trouble got me into theatre.
No. That is
bold statements.
You know what? Because the other one that I had was last production, but I was like, I don't want to say that because I might be accused of following.
I didn't say it.
I said last production.
He said it.
Hey, I want to know what the answer is now.
Yeah, what's the answer?
Last production.
Fair enough.
Well done, Ben. Well done.
Thank you very much, Aimee. Me and you were on the same wavelength. I like this. This is going to go far. It's going to go far. One more to go.
Really well.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Because
you're in the show.
This is the first time you played this song. You strictly brought this to us and said this is our workout playlist. Let me explain to you. You man said this is what we use all the time to warm up here. Now you've done multiple shows and have used that same playlist across multiple shows. So for me, bodycon, right, accentuates your work.
Right, okay. What was the one you picked again?
Sums up your work.
Sums up my work. No, I think you thought about this too deeply, to be honest.
Probably. I probably did.
Okay.
Honestly, it was the first thing because it was something that I was like, as soon as you hear that music, no matter if you were in the toilet, if you were just coming up in the lift.
Yeah, sure.
Well, hello, mother. I mean, are we
so
allowed
for
to
the people then? For the people,
yeah,
then.
you can.
Yeah. Tell us about why this reminds you of your last production. I'm going to assume the production was Crompton Nights, but what about this song sums up that show for you?
I kind of already said it, but say it again.
Yeah, I pretty much already said it basically. But yeah, so our warm up was bodycon every morning. We'd do it. And we did it to DJ Ruski's sort of 30-minute old school garage mix, and this was the first song that comes on as part of the mix. It's a good little mix as well.
Fantastic.
Good little mix. But yeah, okay, fair. But no, it reminded me of my last production.
Intriguing. What was it?
This is how it feels.
Yeah. I'm okay. We're doing that one, yeah. All right, cool.
What did he say?
He said, "Is this how it feels?"
Listen, on other episodes, I've been taking L's consistently because I feel like people don't understand what music's supposed to make them feel like. But anyway,
wow.
How did it make you feel? How did the production or what?
We can chat about Crompton a bit if you want to, though.
Yeah. I'm interested. Talk. Yeah, what was it like being in that show and doing that tour?
Honestly, the cast were everything to me. Seriously, Kai, don't. I'm just
don't
gonna
what?
say don't.
I'm not saying anything.
No,
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut. But the cast were sick, and meeting Kai, Kate, Simi, Dale. I already knew Mars, but shout out Mars, Zach, Nagar, Alyssa. Corey, like honestly, yeah, it's family, and like creating with these guys. You know when you come on a show, right? And so like I knew Marcel already, I knew Corey, and I think Alyssa and Kai knew one another, but everybody else was pretty much new. But it was like instantly we clicked, instantly, and that first week it was all about writing the music. Now me, I'm not musical in that way at all, as in like I don't write music, I never had before, so it was very nerve-wracking. I did beatboxing, are you mad? Like no, never done anything like that in my life, so like it was super nerve-wracking, but being in a room full of such supportive people, and for people who are not only trying their best but like pushing you to, like, you know, to want the best from you as well, it was sick, it was incredible, and it was like, it's something I'd never experienced before other than working with my theatre company, with the theatre company that I'm part of, Strictly Arts. Like I know that I get that with them, that's how we're set up, but I'd never experienced it outside of our rehearsal rooms until Crompton, and it was just sick. It was fully sick, and like I said to these lot, like when, obviously, because like when Corona hit and everything, we were still in the middle of the tour, and so like when it was like fully locked down and we're not going back, I was like, guys, like you've literally gone from strangers to castmates to friends, like and family even, you know, yeah.
Hey, you love to hear that. You love it when the show's cast come together. Although as much as like you love to hear the juicy stories when like casts are falling out and there's subtle drama, but it's so much nicer to hear when like, oh wow, these are people that are about it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There were like little dramas.
Yes.
You know what? Like actually, when I say that, it's like nothing that wouldn't happen in a regular group of friends, or in a regular group of people who are spending a lot of time together. You know, we made the very bold decision of deciding to stay together as a cast of 8. We decided to stay in one big old house for the majority of the tour. You know, so there's little things. It wasn't perfect all the way through, but none of it detracted from who everyone was and the overall thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Chat to me a little bit about because for some of the people that don't know, obviously you are like you have a bit of experience with piano and stuff, and you have a little bit of experience with music as well before Crompton. But like, talk to me about how the process of Crompton kind of helped you specifically work on like songwriting and like vocal arrangements and stuff as well, because like I remember when we all started, that wasn't stuff that I thought I could particularly do very well at all, and then by the time that we'd kind of kicked off in Coventry and then started touring, and it kind of became our show and we had to like fix things on the go, I felt like particularly you and Alyssa and Kate became like the 3 kind of most prominent people in terms of helping keep vocal arrangements on track, keep timing on track, So like, talk to me about like what it was about that process that helped you kind of find that voice and find those skills.
You know what? I do have to say it started in week 1, and I have to give credit to Conrad. Conrad Murray. He's a brilliant facilitator of people, and he empowers you. I found that he empowered me to go there and to take a leap of faith, because, and actually, Kai, if you remember we did that workshop. So we started rehearsals for Crompton in January, but then a month prior to that. Oh, hello.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh no, hello.
You're getting a phone call.
No, this one's gone.
Oh no.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, I'll carry on for now. Still doing this one. Oh, this is weird. Sorry. Yeah, so a month prior to that, in the December, we all met up for like a little workshop. Remember when you had your braids?
Yep, for LBJ. The LBJ braids.
Yeah.
I remember laughing at that.
I think it really suited you. But anyway, that's aside. So yeah, and so even from that workshop, which was super nerve-wracking because it was only one day, like the first time we were all meeting each other. But because we sort of jumped in at the deep end, it really I don't know, you just had no time to be scared, particularly on that day. And so then I felt like I had a basis in which I could bring to rehearsals in the January. So then that first week, I was like, oh, okay, I sort of remember this. I just have to in my head, I kept thinking, you just have to keep that freeness and that willingness to play and experiment. And like, yeah, you might sing something and it's a bit off, where you're like, oh God, but just try, just keep going. And so that, using that knowledge, but then helping, Conrad helping to facilitate that, I have to say is what brought, for me, my confidence out. And then, as I just said, the cast was so supportive. Like, it was mad supportive. Like you, Alyssa, Kate, like everybody was just super supportive and like, yeah, let's try that. Or, you know, when we were making beats or whatever, and everyone, the joke was like, every time Conrad would be like, okay, what you feeling for this song? People would say, and they'd be like, yeah, give me a beat, and it would go silent, and then it'd be like, Kai, give me a beat, straight to Kai every time. But you know, like, so Kai, and then everybody would start chipping in and putting their 2 pence in, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but there was I never felt like I didn't feel scared to try, actually. And so that sort of feeling just grew. So then when it came to like Tech Week, we had a lot of issues because unfortunately, like, one of the actors injured themselves a week before the night of opening. So that a whole load of stuff was thrown up in the air, plus just other stuff going on in the background. It was sort of left to the cast to sort of just pull our socks up, and it was like all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Dun, dun, dun. One in the front, one in the back. Just not like that, but you know what I mean. So yeah, and I just it's that really. We were just
that's wavy. Big up to Pilot and to all the co-producers for being able to foster an environment like that as well for actors. That's really, really positive.
Honestly, like the skill that they have in putting together a team, it's incredible, actually. Like, yeah, in terms of the cast, Corey, Conrad, like it was sick. It was a blend that just worked. It really did. I'm concerned that this has gone and there's some lighting stuff happening here now. So
cool. Right. Where were we?
All right.
Just a few technical issues. There's just been a match. What Morgan's done. We're back in.
We're back.
Sorry about that, guys. But
it's all right. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I was going to say.
So, Aimee, your last song was Tears Dry on My Own by Aimee Winehouse, the one and only.
Yes. The one and only.
I'm going to say this is a song that inspires you.
So am I.
Yep.
Oh, we're all saying the same thing?
You're saying the same thing?
Yeah.
You're all wrong. It was my At Gunpoint song.
See, that was my backup one. We need to hear you spit some bars.
Oh, no, I knew you were going to do this. I haven't warmed up. I'm going to go...
You should have strawed.
I know it. Where's my straw? I want to bubble. I can't do it. Okay, so she goes.
I love this question.
I love this game.
Why are you not so mean? I feel like this is bullying now, to be honest.
Wow.
Don't
Don't do that.
Form, you chose the question.
This is part and parcel with this question. If you pick the question, you have to give an example of it.
So she goes, no, that's way too high. All I'll ever be to you is the darkness that you know, and this regret I got accustomed to. Once it was alright when we were at our height, waiting for you in my hotel at night. I knew I hadn't met my match, cause every moment we could snatch. I don't know why I got so attached. It's my responsibility. You don't owe nothing to me, but to walk away, I have no capacity. Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wave.
I have not warmed up, guys, in probably about 3 months.
It's fine. You proved the point for the song, which is you know it by heart. Can recite it at gunpoint. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Is Aimee Winehouse a big favourite of yours then?
Yeah, I think she is my favourite artist of all time. She's, I don't know, like lyrically, like she. Okay, so I didn't really listen to her when she released Frank. I don't know what. I think I was probably still on some like Sugar Babes vibe or something. But then I'm gonna tell you a story. So 2006, I believe. So I was 15 years old in 2006. So you do the maths. And I went to the clothes show in Birmingham at the NEC. And so me and my friend went. We had a really good day, and it's like lots of stalls, and then you get to like go and watch a fashion show at the end. And so I went and watched this fashion show, sat down, waiting for it to start. And like everyone's chit chat, and they're announcing something, whatever. And then this girl comes out, and I swear to God, she was just in like a little white vest top. She had some jeans on, them little flat ballet pump things that she used to wear. And she had this massive hair, and it was just this woman and a guy on a keyboard. And she sang Rehab, and I was like, like honestly, like her voice just, if it was a film, like fully, if it was a film, it would be one of them moments, when the camera proper, like that zoom that they do in Jaws, where it like looks like it would be that. Because I was just like, oh my God, who is this angel? Right. And anyway, so like since then I was like, nah, she's sick. Like everything about her vibe, like how casual she was at this big event. And she just sang so effortlessly. And I was just like, nah, she's incredible. And she's called Aimee.
It's great that you saw her live. That's nuts.
That is nuts.
Yeah, I was like blown away. And then from that moment, and then it was the same year that she released Back to Black. I listened to that album. Oh my God. You know what? I've still got the CD, right? It's at my parents' house. And I am surprised that it can still play. Because
there's scratches.
I listened to it again and again and again and again. Like it became an obsession, and I don't know, like her lyrics just spoke to me in a way. And then Tears Dry on Their Own, especially. I remember like my first like proper relationship that I was in at school, and when it all crumbled, as it was inevitable. And I remember my friend was like, he gave me, he had an iPod, and he was like, here, you can take this to lesson, you can listen to it, because he knew like I was sad and everything. I was like, oh, thanks. So I was like flicking through, and then that song was on. I just kept listening to it again and again and again, and it empowered me. I'm not gonna lie, it really did. And I think that song is like I say, she's like my favorite artist of all time, but that song is probably like my favorite song of all time as well. There's just something about it. I like the whole, just like that whole album, because Mark Ronson produced it and they did like a real sort of 60s sort of throwback on it, like this hot 60s girl group type of sound. And it was just great. And then like obviously then I bought Frank, got obsessed over Frank, like even to now, I think as an album, I think Frank is probably my favorite. She's just great, and I was just yeah, it's sad that it's sad, you know, how it all ended. But I think actually it kind of was inevitable.
Semi-unrelated question. What's your opinion of Georgia Smith?
That's a semi-unrelated.
Why is that funny?
Don't worry, we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Okay, my opinion on Georgia Smith. I like her. I do like her voice. I like her music, but I'm not. I have to be honest. A lot of artists, I feel, sort of come off in the same vein as Aimee, and they've tried to sort of do the whole Aimee thing. He's saying it.
I told you.
Okay. No, I've agreed with that though. I've agreed with that point before. So, the reason why I asked that question was we're going to throw back Morgan. I want you to clip in the bit from Tristan's episode where I said I would argue that Georgia Smith is basically the next. What's her name? What's her name? Aimee Winehouse.
Oh no, please! I don't want that. Can you remove that from her life?
I think she's better. No, I think she's better than Aimee Winehouse. That's my opinion.
Sorry, how do I leave this meeting?
4 years, not now. And I agree that you don't get Georgia Smith without Aimee Winehouse. I stand by that point. In 4 years, I think Georgia Smith will be at the same bar, if not better.
I don't think she's going to be as willing to take risk
I disagree.
as Aimee was.
Elaborate.
As in, like, okay, so you lot must have seen that interview where Amy's talk, because she was like obsessed with that period of time, and there's something about her writing that is very much about like the bleeding heart, like she even says it in an interview. She's like, I don't care if you don't love me. I will lay down in the middle of the road and I will prove to you. Do you know what I mean? Like I will give my right arm for this love. And Aimee writes, like, she wrote through pure pain, right? And I'm not saying that Georgia doesn't or can't or won't get to that, but you have to remember that my girl died when she was 27, so the majority of the work that she did, she was like late teens, early 20s. Now that is huge.
Yeah, that's why I said 4 years. That's why I said 4 years. But, give Georgia 4 years, she'll be 27 as well.
Yeah, but yeah. I think my point is that
she ain't half of
you
that.
can see the validity in the statement, can't you?
Like me?
Yeah, I feel like, oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. No one's giving me a counter.
Like Aimee isn't. I have to say it, but she's an icon. As in, like,
I didn't say anything about like bigger icon. Like Aimee will always be a bigger icon, 100%.
Yeah.
Musically, I think they will be at the same level. If not, Georgia might be slightly better.
I don't know.
No. And I'll
this
say this. Go on.
This isn't to shit on Georgia because I do really like her.
No, everyone in this call is big fans of Aimee and Georgia Smith, just for the record.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm sorry, Ben. I've
had this argument for an hour long with these two and Ewa Dina, director. Big up. But yeah, I mean, there weren't enough counterpoints, so I feel like it's still a valid statement, and we'll find out in 4 years' time. This is the hill I will die on. This is the hill I will die on. One of the many hills, but I'm here.
I can't.
I'll give you that.
No.
She's really trying
by this statement. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disturbed by it. As in, like, you know what? This is the thing. I feel like Aimee had soul, and I don't feel like Georgia has soul.
No, I can't support that statement.
I feel like she's soulful, but I don't feel like she has soul.
I can.
Yes.
I support it wholeheartedly.
I feel she's soulful, but she don't have soul. Like,
she imitates soul.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's even worse. No. I can't.
You know what? I won't agree with that one. I wouldn't say she imitates soul. Her tone is soulful. She's got experiences that lend herself to the genre of music that she makes. I wouldn't say she's imitating it. I just think that, like what you said earlier, Aimee, when Aimee Winehouse wrote them songs, there was passion and it was raw. And the only time I've ever felt that from Georgia Smith's songs so far has been Blue Lights. That's the only time I can hear that I'm like.
She's only got one album out.
She's got an album and 2 EPs.
There's soulful songs on the 2 EP. I need to bring them. I can't do this whole now.
Name two. Name two.
This right. I'm gonna have to bring up the songs now. This is turned into a clash. We can't do this in the interview.
We absolutely can. George,
no, we can't. Got a time limit. It's 40 to 50-minute episodes.
Sorry.
When this drops, if you want to see this clash live,
if you want to see this clash, we'll record the clash happily. If this episode, where are we on? If this episode gets 100 likes, because we ain't got any likes on YouTube at the moment. If this episode gets 100 likes, we're going to record the clash live. Okay?
Yes.
We'll put it to the people. Because I will die on this hill. We'll get Aimee especially to back the corner. And I need an independent adjudicator.
What makes you feel like that is the case, like for you?
I feel like the trajectory that Georgia is on and where Aimee was by the time she finished, they were going to cross and overlap. Purely because as long as Georgia doesn't die in the next 4 years, like, she's got more, like, if we're putting it down to the time, like in the time that we're living in now, Georgia's got more assets available to her to develop her sound. There's just more opportunities there anyway. But I think in a natural way that humans, but also I think in the natural way that humans just develop as people and in the skills that they are, that trajectory, that thing I was talking about, that will just improve to the same point as well.
I feel like that's bogus.
Sorry.
Because
100 likes. 100 likes.
You're now talking about what's available as in technology and opportunity. Aimee didn't need technology and opportunity. I'm telling you, the girl stood on the stage in front of how many people with the keyboard.
I agree, but I'm saying that I think this is a bonus. That is a bonus on top of that. It's pushing forward my statement more. That's going to make it more likely to happen. 100 likes. We'll have an in-depth conversation.
Let's agree to disagree until we get the 100 likes, and then.
All right.
And then the people will know what one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that brings us to the last song in the episode. This was chosen by Aruna Jello, and the song was not that song. That's a different song. The song was. It's by Ego Aimee, and the song was. I can't see it because my phone is doing backflips. So if anyone's got it already, shout me.
Girls don't sing. Girls don't have to sing about boys. Girls don't sing about boys.
Girls don't always sing about boys. Like
girls
I said,
don't always sing about boys.
Shambolic professionalism.
So Aimee, we sent a song to you. What do you think?
You know what? I was so excited when I first played it, and then instantly, like within the first 2 lines, I was like, no, I have to get the lyrics. So I paused. I had to. I paused and then I went search the lyrics, and I was like, oh my god! Instantly, I saved it to my liked songs on Spotify. And I just it was so refreshing because, like, I grew up on a lot of like 90s R&B, and all them songs are basically about love, about heartbreak, falling in love, cheating, going to the club and fight. Do you know what I mean? All this kind of thing. And I was like, this is so refreshing to hear someone say that they don't have to, and they don't want to sing about this in a song. It made me really think about the chorus. It made me really think about my life in terms of, as a woman, what is expected of you, and then because of that, the pressures that you put on yourself. And I really like that, because oftentimes I feel like, particularly at the age that I'm at now, is that I'm seeing my friends around me who have, done the marriage thing or had kids and all this, and I'm thinking, I should have done that. Why haven't I done that yet? And then I'm like, I decided to follow a path of career first. Do you know what I mean? And it sort of, it made me feel less guilty about some of the things, actually. It's just really bizarre. In the sense that within 3.5 minutes or however long the song is, it had such a profound effect on my thoughts and feelings. I was really excited that you sent it to me, and I wanted to know. I wondered who picked it and why you sent that song.
So when I listened to the songs that you sent, they were very much to do with what you were talking about, romance and different aspects of that, and you see that throughout the ages. And originally, the song I sent for it was called "Drowning Tonight," but by the same artist. But then I was like, oh no, this is not what I actually want to send. So when Kai kind of said, wait, have you sent the songs yet? I was like, okay, I can finally change it. So I can actually send this song. Because in this, she's undoing everything that I feel like I grew up in a house with like predominantly women. So the whole idea of romance, and you need to be bride ready by this age, you need to start thinking about kids, you need to start doing this, forget a career, or where you even see that in a workplace, in a 9 to 5, where with maternal leave, if you have a child, you might less likely to get a job and stuff like that. And she's pretty much saying women don't always want to talk about these things. We're much more than just this. And when she started listing all the books she was reading, behavioral habits, and she's abundant in knowledge and she has a lot more to give. I was like, this is a very important message to share and just undo what Beyonce's been forced to do by her father. What like do you know what I mean? So that's why I chose it to undo, basically.
Yeah. No, I was very grateful that you sent the song. Actually, like I say, I clicked that like button straight away. But yeah, it's totally that. It's like, because it's not to say that, like, so me as a person, it's not to say that I don't want those things or I don't, aspire to have those things. I do, but it's like, actually, don't feel bad that you haven't already done it, because I feel like as women, as people, there's so much pressure on men for various reasons. There's pressure on women for various reasons, and it was nice to hear someone singing, basically fuck the pressure. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's interesting actually that you bring up Beyonce there in saying, like, her father like forcing her to do certain things, because actually, like, in terms of her, she has been very career driven. She has been very career driven. Even though with that career, like, she's been singing about all these things like that you should be doing. Like, single ladies is a prime example. People always talk about that. The Beyonce's there going, all the single ladies, but she's married. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I'm not saying she can't do that, but it's always very interesting to, what artists sing about and promote compared to how they actually live their real life.
Do you think that's important? Because like this kind of reminds me of what we was talking about on another show with Patrice. He was saying that Bob Marley was who he was because of how he lived his life. He wasn't just like, he was giving money to people, giving land to people, and that like took his music further. He wasn't just singing about what he was, his ideologies. He was actually living it. So do you think that's important, an artist has to reflect that like in their music?
I think so. I think for me, if you reflect that in your music, I will connect a lot more with you.
Honesty is such a big factor.
Pardon?
Honesty is such a big factor, I think.
Yeah, massively. If I can feel your your genuineness, your genuity. That's the whole other story. Basically, I said genuity in a rehearsal room, and everybody laughed at me because I think I made up a word. But if I can feel your genuineness through song, I will connect way more with your music and with you as an artist. And it's interesting. Like, I think Beyonce's great. I mean, we watched Homecoming again while we were on tour, just for the love of the game. But like, I like Beyonce's music and I can appreciate her as an artist. However, there's a disconnect for me that I find with her and as a person. I'm talking like I know her. I don't know her. But you know what I mean? Like, there's just something that it doesn't quite. And then when she released Lemonade, I was like, oh, I think for me that was why it was a game-changing album. Lemonade for me and my relationship with Beyonce. but even after then and since then, now the dust has completely settled on that. I still have questions even surrounding that album now, and there's still things that I'm like. And I hate to bring it back to Aimee, but I'm gonna. But that's one of the reasons why I connected with her music so much, is because she wrote honestly from the heart. You know, what's the song? What Is It About Men? I'm Frank. And basically she's talking about, you know, how her dad having an affair, how that massively impacted her. And she talks about her Freudian slip and all this. Is basically I'm saying I'm now going to cheat on you. I saw my dad cheat on my mum, so it's inevitable. I'm going to cheat on you, or my man's going to cheat on me. And that it just feels raw and honest. And I can get down with that. So anyway, going back to Ego Aimee, I'm definitely going to check out some more of her music because that was like, oh, good.
She just released the album, so that's from her new album. So yeah, like it's a great album. Like I'm not going to say too much about it, but yeah, it's a great album.
Tune into that as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure as well that her album is the first album to be released from John Boyega's record label. So
no way.
Yeah, it is.
Big ups to Boyega. He's up right now. But yeah.
Oh wow.
100%. Aimee, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's been great. It's nice to see all your smiling faces.
Likewise. Stay tuned, everyone, for VibeCheck the Wheel Up, the post show, which Aimee will be featured in, which you can catch on our Patreon. So, you know, if you've got a bit of spare change, listen, I know it's been a bit rough, but hey, listen, man, we hungry. we please. Come on now. So stay tuned for that.
Somehow my love is deep bleeding, but it's intangible. Wow, fuck the long shit, keep it simple. I can't change my energy, can't fake it. When I'm with you, I feel I can fly. Yeah. And if this goes and we fall into stasis, not rugby, you won't tackle my pride. Fat pride, wow, pride, wow, pride, wow. Let's go.